on, YouTube? So today I thought I'd talk about beginning to ride a motorcycle and a good first motorcycle choice for a beginning rider. So I kind of wanted to address this topic because right now I think is the best time to start riding a motorcycle. There's so many good starter bikes on the market nowadays compared to 10 years ago. Pretty much the only starter bike you had that was any good was the Ninja 250. The motorcycle market nowadays doesn't have nearly as many holes in it as it did, like I said, 10 years ago. Nowadays you got bikes like the R3, the 500 class CC motorcycles, the CBR 500, that's a great starter bike. Pretty much every manufacturer nowadays is making a good starter bike, a low CC, a low displacement motorcycle. I myself started out on a 2013 Ninja 300 and I love that motorcycle. I think I put 8,000 miles on it in like 8 months before I sold it. The good thing about the Ninja 300 was that it had enough power to have fun, but it didn't have enough power to get into too much trouble. I think it had like 40 horsepower, which is more than enough to have fun in town, right on the interstate comfortably. And just because you're a new rider doesn't mean you can't start on one of these, a 600cc sport bike. The reason why I started out at a Ninja 300 was I just knew it'd be the better bike for me. What in the hell is going on with this guy? I don't know if you guys saw that, but that guy was hitting his wife in the butt as she was digging in the back seat. That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. So anyways, the reason why I started out on a Ninja 300 was I just knew it'd be a better bike for me. I could probably handle one of these at 18 years old when I was a new rider, but I just thought it'd be more responsible to go with a smaller bike with less power and a lower top speed. And one of the main things I think that should go into anybody's decision on what motorcycle to get, whether it be a 600 or a 750 or 1000 cc motorcycle, is how much self-control you have, because these bikes can get really out of hand really quick. You know, first gear on this motorcycle I think is 73 miles an hour, and I can get that in like less than 3 seconds. So I mean, they are dangerous, and that's why I think I chose a beginner bike to start out on. Decided you want to ride a motorcycle, I think the first thing that anybody should probably do is take a motorcycle safety training course. When I was 18, that was the first thing I did before I bought my bike, and I did really learn a lot. First day was 8 hours of class material. Basically they just teach you the rules of the road and how to be safe on 2 wheels rather than 4. And then the second day was another 8 hours, but that was just motorcycle riding. What they did was they give you a motorcycle to ride. Usually it's just a small little cruiser. I think mine was like even a 125 cruiser, top speed of like maybe 45. But anyways, you can dump it, you can, you know, crash it. The whole purpose of that is just to get anybody comfortable on 2 wheels. They teach you how to shift, they teach you how to stop properly. They teach you how to ride in the rain. They teach you a bunch of different things that you wouldn't really think of when you're riding on a motorcycle. And if you get one of them wrong, you know, you're way more vulnerable on a motorcycle than you are in a car. So when you've started looking for motorcycles, I think the best thing to do is just go to a motorcycle shop and sit on a bunch of different bikes. You got to sit on a cruiser, you have to sit on a sport bike, you have to sit on like a touring bike, sit on a beginner bike like a Ninja 300 or an R3. They're all going to feel different, and there's going to be one that's going to work for you. So one thing I think people overlook a lot is just basic comfort. And what I mean by that is, can you sit on the motorcycle and ride it for more than an hour without your back hurting or your butt hurting? The motorcycle I'm riding now honestly is not that comfortable. I'm hunched over. It fits me well. I'm like 5'7" and I weigh like 125 pounds. So I can throw it around pretty easily. With me on it, it doesn't weigh much at all, and it fits my body. But me versus a taller person, this bike isn't so good for you know, really tall people. So when you think you found that motorcycle that you want, I would see if you can't, you know, test ride it from the dealer for half hour to make sure that, you know, it's comfortable and you can ride it for more than an hour without getting uncomfortable. So long story short, I think starting out on a smaller motorcycle is much more advantageous to a newer beginning rider than starting out on a bigger bike like this, or any 600cc sport bike. You can have just as much fun on a smaller motorcycle as you can on one of these. Part of riding a bike is, you know, bringing it out to its full potential and using all its power. On a bike like this, you have to be pretty much illegal every single time you do it. Half the fun of riding a motorcycle is pushing the bike to its limits and yourself and your riding capabilities to the limits. And on a smaller motorcycle, it's just a lot easier to do that and learn rather than on a big bike like this. It's a lot harder to push, you know, 600cc sport bikes and, you know, even bigger cruisers to the limits rather than a starter bike. Like a Ninja 300 or an R3. Something that's a lot lighter is going to be a lot easier to throw around and maneuver. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like or a comment. If you have any questions about starter bikes or any motorcycles that you're looking at getting.